cutting horse was born on the open range, where ranchers would gather vast herds for branding, doctoring, and drive them up the famous trails to feed a hungry nation over 100 years ago. Some horses were better suited for separating a cow from the herd, becoming the royalty of the remuda. Ranchers would brag and bet on who had the best cutting hoss, and competitions arose. These select few were crossbred to create what we have today. Howdy folks, Kenny Emi here for the Weekend Cutter. Come join us as we travel from coast to coast and visit top cutting horse trainers as they prepare their students to compete in the Western industry's most exciting equine sport. So sit back, relax, and you'll learn what it takes to become a top weekend cutter.
Wrangler Premium Performance Cowboy Cut Jeans. Comfort that works as hard as you do. 20% longer lasting denim. More comfortable waist. Premium Performance Cowboy Cut Jeans. Wrangler. Long live Cowboys.
The strain put on an athlete's joints can be tremendous and over time lead to chronic joint pain. Top trainers such as multi-million-dollar earner Clint Allen know that preventive maintenance is a must.
For a horse to compete at the top level, he has to be healthy and feeling his best.
Maristal is a unique 4-in-1 joint health supplement formulated by a veterinarian to keep your athlete in top condition.
That's why I feed my horses Marisol.
Ask your veterinarian for Maristal or go to maristal.com for more information. Whether your horse is a competitor in the show pen, your right hand on the farm, or a retiree, a long, healthy life awaits him. From pharmaceutical and healthcare products to supplements and stable supplies, Farm Vet will deliver you the products that will keep your horses and other pets happy and healthy for their entire life. When it comes to the products you trust, you can rely on Farm Vet.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us this week. Flag and mechanical cow work. It's what everybody's been asking for. That's what we're bringing to you. We're starting off on the East Coast with Ted Sokol, coming back to Texas with Casey Crouch. Stay tuned. It's going to be a good episode.
Hi, I'm Allison Rowe. I'm an equine attorney with a practice based in Texas. Escrow agreements are a good tip for people who are thinking about entering into a horse sales transaction. Escrow arrangements are especially helpful in the case of a horse sale where the buyer and the seller may not live in the same state or even the same country, and a simple handoff of the cash for the horse and the papers is not possible. The way an escrow arrangement works is that the escrow agent, which is usually an attorney, and many equine attorneys provide the service, such as myself, they will prepare all the documents for the horse sale transaction. And they also have a trust account that serves as the escrow account. And the buyer and the seller and the escrow agent all sign an agreement that sets forth the instructions on how the horse sale will be accomplished. For example, when the money will be wired to the seller, whether there's going to be any commissions deducted, that type of thing. And it really helps things run smoothly because the funds coming from the buyer will sit in the escrow account until everything has taken place exactly like the parties have arranged for it to take place. And so I found that escrow arrangements can really help clients who are living far away from the seller or the buyer and wish to accomplish an equine sales transaction. So that's my tip for today. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me or contact an attorney in your area. Thank you.
Hi, this is Ted Sokol with the Weekend Cutter, getting ready for the show here in the finals. And this is a young horse that I'm going to be working and trying to give you all a little explanation what goes on with the mechanical cow, flag, however you want to call it, bicycle, whatever you all use at home sometimes to work your horses on. And we want to try to explain a few things and help you get along with it. Okay, we're working this horse on the flag, teaching him to stay nice and tight. We're working on his hind end position right here, left leg into his hip, waiting for that clean turn, stop with a flag. Here on the flag, you want to spend a lot of time keeping your horse correct, backing him up, moving with it, catching for a nice clean stop all the time. Again, back him up a step, bring him through a turn clean. Really don't want to spend a lot of time here on the flag releasing your horse. This is a training thing. It doesn't replace cattle, but you can train one. And this is where you want to be able to help that horse all the time. Keep him rocked back, in position, make things easy for him. Again, like I said, it doesn't replace cattle, but it's a great training aid. Just let your horse go everywhere now. We're going to come through this turn, and I'm going to catch him with my cow side leg, press him off a little bit. All the drills you'd be going through in the cutting pen if a cow was coming to you, going away from you, you can do right here. Keep yourself time. As an amateur, if you have a little bad habit sitting down, you can always take your time here again and recreate the same situation. Take your time with your horse on the flag. Don't ever get in a hurry. Let him relax here, work it. Think about those stops on those ends. Again, everything relates right to the show pen. Doing a little work on his hind end there, keep it in position. They can keep his hips square, back across, little cow side leg, a little rib action. Good, now, just when I start and get ready to finish up, I'm gonna let my horse just take a hold of it for a little bit, right here. Let him feel comfortable, without doing a lot, just get him to have a minute of it. You can always go back and continue to help him for a second as you need to. Okay, good work. All right, that's just a little basic of what goes on when you're working the flag. We hope that it helped you and hope you can take it at home and use it some, and hope you enjoyed it.
Well, here we are with the run of the week, and guess who stopped by? Mr. Casey Crouch to help introduce it. Casey, thank you for stopping by.
You bet. It's my pleasure to introduce Jeff Blisson for the run of the week. This is actually an open run, and a good friend of mine, Casey Moore. They're down at Florida in the Sunshine State. So let's watch the run and see how it is.
Well, you know, one thing, I was just there about 10 days ago cutting with everybody at this show, and Casey Moore and Cletus Hollins, Ted Sokol, Billy Kidd, Adam Gamble, these guys were all helping to the end of the day. I want to say thank you to those guys.
You bet. That helps. Very, very important. I've spent some time there in Florida with those guys, and they're really a good bunch of guys. How was the weather when you were there?
Man, it was beautiful.
Was it?
Yes.
Well, watch this run here a minute. Pretty nice first cow, look like. Soft, pretty.
This is a pretty mare too.
Yeah, it is. What's this mare's name? I believe it's playing her last bet.
Playing her last bet. You know, and this is a great cutting family.
Yes.
You know, here.
Yes, it is.
I get a kick out of Casey's kids, Colby and Colt, his
Yeah.
wife Sherry.
Sherry.
She's probably I rank her and your wife Chelsea are probably two of the best yippers in the industry. I
Yeah.
have to say that.
Sherry is very distinct. You
Yeah.
know Sherry, no doubt. Last time I was in Florida, it wasn't pretty weather. It was cold.
It was cold.
And
It
that
sure
was
wasn't.
last summer we'd left here at the end of last summer, I guess. We'd left here and went down there and thinking that we was going to get in some 60-degree weather, and I think it was 40 degrees there. Good run. Good run.
Casey just did a good job picking his cattle, because I know these particular cattle, he picked a couple of them out that would really sit there and work him in the middle of the pen. Most of those cattle were wall to wall.
Well, that's typical kind of Florida cattle. They're a little bit waspy. Good finish on the last cow. Very nice run. There's Mr. Ted Sokol in the corner.
Yep.
Here's Billy Kidd. Very nice run.
Yeah, he did a good job. I think he marked a 74 on that
Yeah.
run, and I think he won the Open. I believe that was Sunday morning, last day I was there. He won the Open. Casey was helping me when I was coming back there, and that first time on Saturday when I cut my first cow, and somebody turned up the speed, that was when I heard Casey say, "You ain't in Texas anymore, Kenny."
Yeah, you're not in Texas anymore, that's for sure. Well, that place there, that's actually Louise Corn.
Yep, the Corn family, beautiful place.
Beautiful place. Very
And
nice.
such a great hostess. Her and her whole family, they were just anything we needed while we was
Very
there.
nice
They were great folks, and we look forward to going back there and seeing them
You
soon.
bet. You bet.
Well, Casey, thank you for coming in and introducing the run of the week.
You bet. I enjoyed it.
Well, if I had to pick one thing, I'm not sure I wouldn't pick that smooth trot, but I think I'd pick his IQ. He probably had the highest IQ, and it wasn't flighty. He wasn't too wound up. He was just had a wisdom about him, and a quickness. He could answer the call quick, that horse could.
That's it for us here in Florida, folks. Now we're going to get ready to load Kenny up and send him over to Casey's. Good luck, Casey. Keep him straight.
Oh, yellow rose, if it wasn't for Texas.
Thanks, Ted. Back here in Texas, we're going to work with some of Team Crouch and practice a little bit and get ready to go to a show. We'll be right back. Stay there.
Roger Peters has ensured the performance horse business for over 35 years. Inducted into the NCHA's Hall of Fame in 1999, Open World Champions to the Amateur Weekend Cutters have come to trust the Peters family.
Performance horses are a huge investment. Protect your investment with Roger Peters Livestock Insurers. I do.
Saddles are a very important element in a cutting pen. You know, the way we build our saddles, they're all hand cut, they're hand fit. We put all the other ground seats in them. And for an amateur or even for non-pros, especially the amateurs, you know, when you get into cutting, you're not really learning how to ride, you're learning how to sit. And we also carry a wide variety of apparel, you know, custom belts, boots, tack, and of course, saddles.
Chisholm Coach and Concierge, providing unique transportation experiences, whether it's visiting and shopping in Fort Worth's historic stockyards or experiencing Cowtown's nightlife. Special occasions, Let us handle your arrangements to Fort Worth's finest restaurants and hotels. Chisholm Coach and Concierge. Smart and Slick is the kind of stallion you want in your breeding program. His foals are competing and winning in a variety of performance arenas. No matter what direction you want to take your colt, Slick can get you there. Winning 203 weekend checks across the country the hard way. Put a Slick in your breeding program. Smart and Slick's 2011 breeding fee is $900. Contact Meridian Equine Center at meridiananimalhospital.com.
You're here with Casey Crouch, and I'm fixing to work this horse. We're going to use a mechanical cow or flag. It's a tool we use to tune a horse, and it's a really good tool. You can control what's happening and really focus on a certain spot, and it keeps your horse a little fresher on a cow too, especially your older horses. Not that it takes the place of a cow, but you know, you can sure get a lot done on it. And I'm gonna work this horse here a little bit and see how we get along. When I work a flag, I don't like to go very fast. I'm gonna step this horse up to this flag here a little bit, and he's a little fresh, so he's gonna move pretty quick to start with. Maybe not. I tend to follow a flag a little bit, and I'll stop a horse a little bit short. This is the reason I do this is I can start that flag right here, and then when that flag gets even, I can turn that horse around. Stop short, keep my horse in position here. I want his nose tucked into that cow a little bit. Now, he's a little bit over rotated here, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and start him in motion right there. Now I'm gonna start that flag and let it get centered up and even and go with it again. Stop short. If he steps a little step too far, I'm gonna just back him up a step. Same thing. Start that flag, back a step, go with it. Cross here, stop, a little short. If I don't feel like where he's at right here, I'm just gonna back up a step. Now, I got my horse back in position. He's up into that cow just a little bit. When I start that flag again, I'm just gonna rock him back and go with that flag. He's not really giving me what I want right there, so I'm gonna go ahead and rock him back here just a little bit, and then I'm gonna start that flag and let him come across that flag. Much smoother and prettier that was. Same thing here. He's braced up just a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and back him up a few steps here. Now that flag, I'm gonna start that flag and see, he can see that flag coming, so then I'm gonna go with it. Same deal, that ground's a little heavy right there. It's a little hard on this horse, pick his feet up. But same thing, I'm gonna back him a step here, start that flag, and go with it. Get stopped. I'll do it again. Let that flag come in front of him where he can see it coming. Stop, a little long, and back him up here. I don't like to just put my hand down and work a flag because it's a training tool. Back him up a step here. Tuck his nose in there, let him get comfortable and quiet here. Now when I start, go again. Let that flag pull him out of there. Get stopped. Back him up a step or two. Start that flag, let that flag pull him out of there. Then sit. I'm shortening it up a little bit. As you can see, I'm getting a little more even with the flag. So I'll take him and back him up a step and then start that flag. Just like that, and he gets tied to it. A flag is used on the motion versus, because you can't read a flag, a horse can't read a flag. So you're training them on the motion of the flag. So you can control that. Like right here, I want to back him up a step, and then I'm going to move that flag so I can control it. Now I may let him work a little bit here. Right there, he rocked back, come through that turn, pull. A little bit into that cow right there, take a hold of him, square his body back up, then let that flag pull him out of there. See it? Let him get comfortable there. I may back him a step, and then I'm gonna let that flag go. Then ride him out of there, get stopped. Same deal. Now he's rocking back, drawing into that flag. Pull. Feel him rock. I can kind of see him leaning back, rocking a little bit, so I'll take that flag on across there. Pull. Same deal. Pull. 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 This horse is feeling pretty good, so I'm gonna go right back, take a hold of him here, pull his nose through that turn a few times. We'll get him stopped, keep him rocked back on his hocks. Whoa, get stopped again, rock him back on his hocks. Let that flag pull him through there. Whoa, rock him back on his hocks. Let that flag pull him through there, and then I'm gonna quit. I don't ever like to quit one on the flag without taking a hold of them. I like to finish up with them in my hand. It just gives me a little more comfort, and I hope you can get something out of that. Thank you for watching The Weekend Cutter.
Hi, my name is Carrie Franz. I am a non-pro cutter from Steelville, Missouri. The Weekend Cutter will be right back after these messages.
Oh, baby, come on. Oh, baby, come on. Oh, baby, come on. It's so neat to meet you, baby, where the action is. Oh, baby, come on.
Chisholm Trailer Company has some of the finest trailers available at closeout prices. With or without living quarters, Chisholm Trailer can help you show up in style at a price you can afford. Financing available with approved credit. Visit chisholmtrailer.com or call us toll free at 888-554-0808.
Hi, this is Chubby Turner. Welcome back to The Weekend Cutter.
Howdy folks, Kenny Emi here for The Weekend Cutter, and we're with Mr. Lee Garner, the owner of Arena One, one of the most beautiful facilities I've ever been to. Mr. Lee, thank you very much for letting us come out here.
Thank you for coming, Kenny. Pleasure to have y'all.
This is a great venue. Are y'all, other than just cutting, are there other equine events that y'all put on here?
Yes. We have the 4-H show they have there, which are all disciplines, and then we have the shooting. I don't know what you call it. They ride, shoot, mounted.
Cowboy action shooters.
Yeah. And then we have team pennants also.
Good. Now I heard that 4-H show that y'all put in, half of Mississippi comes to it. That fills up.
Yes, the Northwest Mississippi, it goes from Greenville all the way to the Memphis line, and it's a big deal for the kids.
Well, that's awesome to have a venue like this and to focus so much on the kids, not just the 4-H, but I think I seen Jamie Moore come by here a minute ago and call you Grandpa Lee. These kids all love you. You've kind of been these kids have all come up cutting and have seen you, since some of them was born. And you've got your son and your grandsons all cut.
There are 4 of us that cut, right.
Wow, that's awesome. This place, again, I've been to a lot of different cutting facilities, and I've yet to see one this beautiful.
Well, thank you. We set it up for cutters. And we're just tickled when they come, and we hope that we are accommodating and they have a pleasant experience and come back.
Well, I tell you what, there's when I'm not working so much on this show and have my off time, I'm pedaling 8 hours over from Fort Worth to come over here and cut with y'all.
Love to have you.
Well, thank you again
Yes,
very
sir.
much.
Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you so much, Lee.
Today on Vet Talk, we're going to address the problem with sole abscesses best we can in a few seconds here. A lot of people have asked me about sole abscesses. They can be caused from puncture wounds or any kind of damage to the bottom of the foot that may cause an entrance for bacteria. A lot of times we see it on horses as they've gone through the summer in the pasture probably with split hooves, and then we get into some wet weather and dirt and debris packs up in those cracks and we end up with an abscess. A lot of times those abscesses will pop out, rupture at the hairline, or have to be dug out, explored on the bottom of the foot. That can be facilitated very much by just soaking those feet in warm water, Epsom salts, just to kind of soften them up and have your veterinarian take a look at them. Some of those horses get really sore, can get into deeper problems where certainly antibiotics may be necessitated to clear those things up. Anti-inflammatories such as phenylbutazone are certainly indicated, and best on those horses as you progress to consult your veterinarian. And that's Vet Talk today on Weekend Cutter.
Hey folks, that's our show for this week. Be sure and come cut up with us a little bit next week on the Weekend Cutter. Children's Advocacy Center, helping those that need our help the most. Carity Foundation, on-site support services for cancer patients. NCHARadio.com, National Cutting Horse Association. Quarter Horse News, Meridian Equine Center, a full-service reproduction facility, proudly standing smart and slick.
Equine Sports Medicine and Surgery.
Allison Rowe, specializing in equine law.